angry as fuck and loud as hell. He points and goes, "Why, are you trying to kill him?"
It's time for a journey deep into the Tales of Woe.
Welcome to the Tales of Woe. I'm Mitch, and these are true stories from my life, told as best as I can remember them. Some of the names have been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty. Today's story is about the legend of Fred Haight. It's 1996, Phoenix, Arizona. I know it was late 96 because I got my tongue pierced on my 18th birthday, and the girl I was with for this story is named Rachel, and Rachel was the first girl I kissed with the tongue ring, so it has to be around that time. There was basically nothing to do in Phoenix most of the time. Every time we found a cool place to go, like a coffee shop, 6 months, it just gets shut down. But Denny's. There was always a Denny's. Spent a lot of time at Denny's. Rachel and I are at Denny's one night, about 9 o'clock at night. We're sitting in a little two-seater booth, and if you know the layout of most Denny's, you got the booths and you got this like line just in front of the counter of little tiny tables. There's a gentleman sitting in one of those little seats. He's faced towards us, so we can both see him, he can see both of us, but only if we turn our heads. And he's sitting there and he's talking to the staff, to the line cooks, clearly trying to be funny. He's just shouting out random things and they're just not responding. Hey, working hard or hardly working? Just bullshit. One of the line cooks is responding to him in some way or other. He goes, "Fred Haight?" We're confused. We're like, did he just nickname the line cook at Fred Haight? And we're racking our brains. Is this some kind of like an analogy? Is it some kind of wordplay? But he continues and he goes, "Fred Haight? Shit, man. Yeah, I'll bet these motherfuckers know about Fred Haight." Points right at us. Now, Rachel's a bit of a jokester. She had the perfect line. "Fred Haight? What about you?" Points at me. "What about you? You know about Fred Haight?" I'm like, "Are you fucking with me right now? Is that a band or something? Is that your band? Is this a way of talking about your band at Denny's? Maybe they got a show coming up, man. You guys hear about this Fred Haight? Heard about him in a Denny's, you know, it's pretty cool." Seriously, that's a pretty good name for a punk band. He didn't like that answer. He just goes, "You know what? Don't worry about it." And then angrily finished his meal and angrily drank his coffee. Rachel and I are sitting there across from each other, kind of whispering at this point, like, what the fuck is going on? What's on with this guy? Dude? Is there a Fred Haight? Should we ask him more about it? Like, I feel like we need more information. Seriously, man, just tell us who Fred Haight is. What's the joke? What are we missing out on here? There's got to be some joke we're missing. You know what? Don't worry about it. You don't need to know. So Rachel looks at him and she says, "Why did you ask us if we knew about him?" Dude says nothing. He just gets up from his table, walks towards the register, pays his bill. While he's paying the bill, he's kind of mumbling. He's pointing over at us. And he leaves. Naturally, as soon as he's out of sight, myself, Rachel, the line cooks, anyone on staff, the lady at the register, share this huge laugh about what in the fuck was that about. When these things happen, it becomes an inside joke immediately. For weeks after that, Rachel and I would constantly pull each other aside and be like, "You know about Fred Haight?" So one afternoon, we're back in that Denny's, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We sit down at our usual booth. Rachel sits across from me. She can see the restaurant. I can see basically the counter. She's looking at something past me. She goes, "Fred Haight." I do one of these. Sure enough, motherfucker Fred Haight. We're having a good old time now. We might get some fucking answers. Like I said, Rachel's a bit of a jokester, so she decides that she's gonna mumble. Fred Haight, mumble. I know, Fred Haight, mumble. This, of course, does not go unnoticed by our bespectacled, overweight redneck friend with wild, paranoid conspiracy theories about made-up people. He says, "How do you know Fred Haight?" Very loudly. He's sitting with another gentleman. The other gentleman's kind of like, oh wow, he's speaking very loudly all of a sudden. I turn around and I said, who the hell is Fred Haight? Angry as fuck and loud as hell. He points and goes, why, are you trying to kill him? Now this is just madness. We could not help just busting up laughing. We're hitting the table. I turn, his friend is looking at us like, what, who, what the hell is going? He's more confused even than we are, because this is apparently an associate or some kind of a friend of his, and he's never seen him act this way, which is surprising, because I've only ever seen him act this way, and I've only known him for 3 minutes. He stands up, pounds on the table, and goes, it's not safe to talk here. We need to go right now. And they're walking out, and his friend turns around. I'm sorry, I don't. And we're just laughing, like, I don't know either. This is great. So I decided, let me follow him. Let me just ask him, who the fuck is Fred Haight? So I kind of hurry out, and I walk out into the parking lot as he's getting in his truck, and I just said, hey, seriously, man, can you just explain what this whole Fred Haight thing is about? He's holding his door open. He's climbing in. He says, you forget you ever heard that name. It'd be better for both of us. Slams the truck door, drives off. Never see him again. Now, over the years, friends of mine have theorized. Maybe he was a paranoid ex-military, paranoid schizophrenic. I think maybe he's just one of the most brilliant pranksters I've ever met in my life. Because he made up a completely innocuous name with no backstory. And it's been over 20 fucking years, and I'm still thinking about who the hell is Fred Haight. Back then, there was no Google. There was Yahoo, but it showed me squat for Fred Haight. And I've Googled it many times in the years since. And now if you do so, the only thing that comes up is me writing about this on my blog. I have no idea who Fred Haight is, or if that was Fred Haight. But that's the legend of Fred Haight. Go ahead and tell me your theory down below. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more. Also, I got stories for everything, so if you've got a suggestion for a topic that you'd like to hear me tell a story about, send me a message, put it in the comment, and we'll see what happens. Thanks. I'll catch you next time.